Welcome to this video. What we're going to do now is go over my top 5 cryptocurrencies to buy right now. So today it's July 25th, 2022. And a quick disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor. So this is just what I would buy, not telling you to buy these. This is just what I would buy. And also, if you are a short-term flipper investor, this video is not for you. These are projects that I would be DCAing in, dollar cost averaging, meaning you're buying over a period of time, trying to, for example, if you got in at the high, which was about, 50, 60K Bitcoin, you can start getting in now. So if you bought at 50 and then now you're buying at 25, for example, your average of that would be closer to like 35. So that's what we're doing here. We are thinking long term. So this is what I would buy and hold till the next halving, at least 2 years. So basically, you're looking for the next bull run. So let's dive into CoinMarketCap. Go to CoinMarketCap. That's where you're going to check out all these different coins. So we're going to refresh, make sure we're somewhat accurate. And the market is going down as we speak. So we better hurry up and pick up some of these, right? Hopefully we will see another leg down because I want to pick up some more as well. So coin number 1 is going to be Bitcoin. You have to go with Bitcoin. It's the first cryptocurrency of its kind, the only one that's ever been this successful. When in doubt, zoom out, right? So if we look at a 7-day chart, we're down, if not even. A 1-month chart, it's just up a little bit. So, we've gone from 21 to, 21. If you look at the 1-year chart, we are definitely down. But if we go to an all-time chart, geez, we should have been buying here, right? So that is going to be Bitcoin, right? Over time, you want to see this, right? Over time, you want to get in at these lows here. So you see a low here, see a low here. We even zoom in for you. And basically, we have somewhat of a bottom now. We've gone from 60. What was the high here? Just make sure. Yeah, we're at like 65K USD. Today we are at 23,000. If you're buying at the highs and you're not buying now, I don't know what you're doing. So again, not telling you to buy, but that's what I'm doing. I'm a long-term believer in Bitcoin. And the main reason is, Bitcoin's responsible for most of the market cap, right? So you have $413 billion out of the 994 billion that's just put into Bitcoin. It's the most decentralized. It's arguably the safest store of value in the world, and there's a finite supply. Whereas like gold, there's so many things to it, right? Like Bitcoin, it's extremely divisible, 8 decimal points, less than a penny. You have the fact that you can transfer millions of dollars worth, billions of dollars worth for very cheap. Storing it's easy. It's 100 times better than gold. It just makes no sense to me that people want to get gold, and especially millennials. They don't want it, right? Like my generation, I don't really know anybody my age that wants to get gold. And kids growing up today, they're born on the internet like Vitalik, right? So, anyways, coin number 2, I would go with Ethereum. That would be like a coin that I could pick, but I'm actually going to go with Cardano. It is my number 1 holding, and let me just kind of walk through why I do like it. Other than the fact that it has been decimated, it has been beaten like Khabib destroyed McGregor. It is a project that has a lot of legway to go. It's got a lot of room to go much higher. So let's actually go back here, and if we look here, we're at $16 billion of a market cap, and I've been thinking for the past probably 2-3 years that this is going to be worth $1 trillion. I was thinking, so basically when Bitcoin was at their $1 trillion market cap, when they were worth even a 1.5 trillion market cap, I felt like ADA could be there within 5 years. So my thought is, in terms of how much Cardano is growing, it should be where Ethereum is at. And if we're in a bull run, if we're at the high, I feel like Cardano could get to half $1 trillion. And not only that, but we also don't even know the capabilities of what smart contracts on Cardano can actually offer to the world, right? You have a complete infrastructure that you could build. Like you could build so many different things on top of Cardano, right? It's like Ethereum, right? You could build different businesses like gaming projects. You have finance. You have DAOs you can put on there. Lending. Like look at what Meld is doing, right? I've been following Cardano for quite a while. There's a lot of projects that are going to really disrupt. Like it's going to be extremely innovative. Like going forward, and I can't even talk because I'm so excited about it. But just what Charles Hoskinson's doing, the fact that he is a co-founder of Ethereum, he left to help build Cardano, that's big in itself. The proof of stake alone, the fact that you can get a yield without locking in your funds on, a third-party exchange or anything. I can hold, let me see if I can find it, of course. I can hold Cardano, which I've been doing for years now. I hold ADA, Cardano, on this device, and I can delegate the coins using my public address to show what I hold on my private keys, and I get airdropped rewards. Like, that is wild to me. No bank is doing that. I don't have to deal with the bank. I'm becoming my own bank. And the fact that the transactions are fast, they're getting better. I literally watched smart contracts being introduced as I was working on an NFT online course. If you haven't checked it out, go to Udemy, type in Red Cape Learning. We'll have a link in the description below too. But anyways, I really do believe in Cardano, and I wouldn't be telling people that I've been picking it up for no reason, right? I wouldn't be wasting my time doing this video. So that's Cardano. Cardano's number 2. Number 3. What is number 3? When I go to invest the little bit of money I have left at the end of the month, I'm also picking up as much Matic as I can. So Polygon Matic, layer 2 solution for Ethereum. As you may know, Ethereum's gas prices are expensive, meaning when you go to mint NFTs on Ethereum, it can be expensive because you have to pay the gas fees. You have to basically, use Ethereum in order to do certain transactions, if you will, on Ethereum, and it's very expensive. So Ethereum is moving to proof of stake instead of proof of work. So that will change things. But Polygon, when you think about Polygon, it's a layer 2 solution for Ethereum. So what they're doing is they're helping transaction speeds. They're allowing for more transactions, and they're also going to make like bridges, right? So you could easily, for example, have Ethereum or Matic and then convert to like Cardano or other coins. And one of the biggest issues with cryptos right now is the on and off ramp, meaning if you have $100 USD, if you want to buy some Bitcoin, say you buy $100 worth of Bitcoin, it goes up, and then you want to cash out, well, you have to pay a fee for the Bitcoin to buy the Bitcoin, then to get out of the Bitcoin. You know what I mean? You're doing all these different you're doing all these unnecessary transactions. Whereas like with Polygon, you could like instead of buying Polygon, selling for USD, buying ADA with that USD, then getting back out, you could buy a Polygon, convert Polygon to ADA, right? So that will be something that we will see in the future. The way I think about it is these cryptocurrencies, especially the good ones, they're going to have the capabilities of like communicating in a way that's pretty autonomous and much better than our current system. So just think about it on that level. So that is number 3. What is number 4? What do I like here on number 4? Here we go. Crow. So what is Cronos? It was called Crows, just CRO. I don't know if they like changed their name, but basically, make a long story short, it's the Crypto.com app. So let's actually go to their website. If you don't know what Crypto.com is, it is a very easy way to buy and trade crypto. You could also stake as well. So essentially, you can buy when you own cryptos, for example, like Matic, which is proof of stake. What you can do is you can hold Matic coins, Polygon in your wallet, and then delegate it. So you can like lend out your coins, and you can earn a yield. So it's basically a way to earn passive income, if you will. So let's actually check that out briefly. So why do I like it? Let's go through it. Well, the number one reason I like it is because it is like the BMO, like the Scotiabank, the big bank of crypto. Now, as much as it's great, the fact that cryptocurrencies, the idea is you can hold them on a device yourself. You should have some cryptos that are number one very accessible online. It's easier to like exchange, whereas here you have to like plug it in. It's safer, but it's not as accessible, right? So you have to think about that. But basically, number one, in my opinion, it's the easiest way for somebody that is not equipped technologically to invest into cryptocurrencies, right? It's like Wealth Simple. You can now buy cryptos through Wealth Simple. It's a great, it's a great way for people to get introduced to cryptos. So I don't always tell people to, get a Trezor hardware wallet and do it by themselves. It could be very risky, extremely intimidating. So this is going to be a project, Crypto.com, that I think is going to do well long term. They bought they have their logo like on I don't know if it's like the Staples Center or a big NBA team. That's really cool. And then the thing is, the app works. So even on my phone, I have quite a bit of crypto, like enough to me, on my app, and it's easy to use. Also, like I talked about before, like getting in and out of positions is very easy. They do have their fees, okay, but again, if you sign up, you can really take benefit of the first 30 days. I don't want to go too much on this. It makes sense. Like even for me, I have my own card as well. Maybe I'll hide it. I have to hide some info, but I have the red card. Basically, I get cash back. I do have a link in the description below, but I'm not here to get you all to sign up to this. I don't really care. I actually just want to talk about this project. So if we look here, you can get up to 14.5%. That's if you have a lot of money. That's if you're balling. That's if you're like Mark Cuban, let's be honest. But yeah, like there's just a lot of opportunity. And also to just give you a better understanding, we'll zoom out here. Crow is their native token. So a native token is basically the layer one, if you will, the original token of Chronos. So basically, when you get rewarded with cashback, you get rewarded with Crow. So they have their own coin. It's not a stable coin. It's not pegged to the US dollar. But yeah, I just believe in Chronos. I like what they've been doing. It looks good. Basically, I'm just looking at projects that, you know, like compared to every other project, I believe that these 5 projects have the best risk to reward ratio. There's a good chance that they will do well with very little downside, at least in my head, right? Because logically it makes sense. There are projects where I'm like, oh, this could do really, really, really well, but it just implements too much risk and it doesn't make sense. So again, invest at your own risk. So that's going to be, yeah, the fourth one now, right? So we've gone over Bitcoin, we went over Cardano, we went over Polygon, we went over Crow. So what is number 5? 5 is going to be boring, but it's what represents, good strategic, smart investing, in my opinion. That is going to be USDC. Okay, so that is going to be a stable coin built on top of Ethereum. So it's an ERC20 based token, I believe, and it's 0.999 cents. Basically, when you're looking at a stable coin, okay, it is a cryptocurrency, and each coin is pegged to the US dollar, the value. So if you have 1,000 USDC coins, or let's say 100 USDC coins, you have 100 US dollars. And what's cool about this is each of those dollars supposedly are backed by real assets like real estate, etc. So it adds some stability to the market. But when I talked about the on and off ramp, think about it this way. If you hold on to USDC coin and maybe the market dips, so let's say we're at 100,000 Bitcoin, we go down to 10,000 Bitcoin. Let's say we lose 90%, whatever. I'm just throwing out random numbers. If you have $1,000 of USDC, you can easily buy Bitcoin because it's just more accessible. It's already, you already have it in your wallet. You don't have to pay those extra fees. Typically, like you'll have a little bit of slippage, a little bit of fees, but you're going to be quicker. You're going to have the money online already, and there's other things as well that I'll talk about. But the best part about it is that getting in and out of positions instead of converting from fiat, working with your bank, you're going to pay much less fees, and it's really cool. And I hope we can figure out how, like, which stable coin is going to do well. I wouldn't personally buy Tether, but anyways, it's just my thoughts. The other thing is you can also earn, you can make money holding your USDC. So you can earn a yield. You can basically put money into, on third-party websites or even like Cryptocom app. You can leave $1,000 worth of USDC coins, and then people can borrow and leverage against those dollars. So you can basically lend and borrow. You're becoming your own bank. Whereas if you hold $1,000 in your bank account, they give you nothing. Like, it's a joke, right? Like, the banks take your money, they lend it out, and then they, whatever. We're not even going to talk about that. But the idea is you can earn a pretty generous yield. You can earn 5 to 10% depending on how you're doing it. We'll have other videos. If you want to see other videos, I can show you all how I use my USDC, and then how to earn other passive income streams as well. So that's all I have for you. I don't want to go too much into it. Those are my top 5 coins. Let me know if you believe in those projects. These are the ones that just make sense logically to me. There are other projects that I like that I do invest into, but I don't like sharing coins that are too speculative, right? I think these are ones that will win, right? So let's get out of here because we're down 6% now in the market. I don't want it to go down anymore. So we will see you when I'm a millionaire or billionaire.